Busan EFM's Prime News at 6.
Pope Francis has decried the tragedy of people who are forced to migrate as he celebrated Mass in Mexico's Ciudad Juarez city on the border with the U.S. He climbed a ramp overlooking the Rio Grande that separates the city and El Paso, Texas, and laid flowers on a cross erected in memory of migrants who died trying to cross to the other side. Earlier, he met inmates in the jail of Ciudad Juarez that was once one of the most violent cities in Mexico. The events concluded his 5-day trip. The Pope told some 300,000 people who attended the open-air Mass that we cannot deny the humanitarian crisis, which in recent years has meant the migration of thousands of people.
The former chief of the National Police Agency, Cho Hyun-oh, who was indicted on suspicion of receiving bribes, was acquitted in the first verdict trial yesterday. The Fifth Criminal Court of the Busan District Court said that the testimony of Mr. Chung, who said that he had handed over bribes to Mr. Cho, had no credibility. The court also said that there was no direct evidence that the money that the prosecution confirmed in the bank account of Mr. Chung had been handed over to Mr. Cho. Mr. Cho, who was acquitted in the first trial yesterday, said that the monopoly of rights for prosecution and investigation by the prosecution should disappear. With this trial, the prosecution has the policy to appeal to the court above. Before the April 13th general elections, the Saenuri Party and the Minju Party closed the application for running in the elections in 246 election districts throughout the country. The two parties also began screening nominations in earnest. According to the results of the applications for running in the elections, in the case of the Saenuri Party, 149 people applied for running in the elections in 40 election districts of Busan, Ulsan, and Gyeongnam, and its competition rate was 3.73 to 1. As for the Minju Party, a total of 40 people applied for running in the elections in 40 election districts, whose competition rate was 1 to 1. A 4-lane underground roadway is being constructed in the 280-meter section of Bunjeon intersection between Cheonpo-dong and the Bunyeon Finance Complex. The underground roadway will be in the direction of the entrance at the Hwangryong Tunnel, which is a chronically congested section. This area around the Bunjeon intersection is an important connection point for east and west of Busan. Subsequently, severe traffic jams are created every day because of the ramp connections between the Hwangryong Tunnel and the Dongsa overpass. The city of Busan plans to complete the design of the underground roadway by August of next year and also plans to begin construction immediately. The city of Busan plans to tighten control on vehicles registered under fake names, commonly known as tepocha. A Busan official said that it will organize the task force for vehicles registered under fake names jointly with related institutions, including the National Police Agency, the Korea Transportation Safety Authority, and the Korea Expressway Corporation. The task force will begin enforcing the crackdown this month. In order to enforce this plan, the task force will hold a meeting of related institutions for eradicating vehicles that are registered under fake names at Busan City Hall at 2 p.m. on the 22nd. Individuals in the task force will also discuss the sharing of materials and systems of each institution. At present, the number of vehicles that are registered under fake names in Busan via voluntary reports was estimated to be as high as 2,600. "112 international figures of the movie industry sent a public letter to the city of Busan calling for the suspension of the repression of the Busan International Film Festival. The Society for International Movie Men required the city of Busan to stop the political pressure against BIF and the repression of Lee Yong-kwan, the director of BIF. Meanwhile, if the regular general meeting of BIF is not held on the 25th, the term of Mr. Kim will expire and he will be automatically dismissed from his position. A sewage disposal plant, which has been classified as an unpleasant facility, is becoming a very popular filming location. An official from the Busan Environmental Corporation said that 20 movies and commercial films have been filmed in 15 facilities under the corporation so far, starting with the film Resurrection of the Little Match Girl in 2002. The corporation provides such places for filming at no cost, and the preference for Suyong Sewage Treatment Plant was the highest filming site among the places.